Hey there guys, my name is Marcus, and in this video I'm going to share with you how we can release the tension around your heart and how the whole process works. I'm making this video based on this great post on Reddit where someone shared that they got the tension and they would like to know how to process it, and they tried medication, they tried therapy, and nothing really worked. So what is the source of it? The source could be generational trauma, or we closed our hearts when we were children because something traumatic happened, or even something traumatic didn't happen, but we were neglected. There were things that weren't provided for us. So we closed ourselves more and more. And then later in life, when we're adults and let's say we mature more, we are more regulated. We learn how to meditate, how to tame the mind. On paper, things should be good, but the thing is still here in a chest. So what to actually do about it is that the body is telling us, come and resolve this. Now I'm ready for you to process it. But we don't know what to do. There are three important things that you need to know before we start with the process on how to release the tension. So the first thing is not having any problem with what is present in the body. If I have problem with the tension around my heart, and how would you spot it out? That you will closing yourself, or you will get more tense, frustrated, irritated by that is present, that you want someone to just cut it out from your heart, that you don't want it to be here even anymore with that. And or you are getting tense in your jaw, and even when you start to approach it, it's it's so frustrating. And this means that this is something that needs to be worked on, because if I have resistance towards what is present in the body, I'm creating deeper relationship with it, and then it can be released. The second thing is understanding that I'm not this body. You know how we say in my body, I have a body. I don't say I am the body. And that means is that there is a body and that there is a me. So there is a wound, there are emotions, there is a tension, there are thoughts, and then there is me. What this brings me is space. So I'm not identified with that, but I got diffusion from it. So now I can provide certain things for the wound to be released. Care, understanding, compassion, love, giving freedom, holding space for it. So the wound represents in a way like a crying child, and I'm the mother. So I come to the child and don't start screaming, stop crying, or go to the room, or would dissociate with the phone. What I would do, I would provide these qualities of care for the child. So it's going to process it. This is very similar for the wound. And we have to learn how we can provide these qualities for the wound, for the tension. And now it's very important to be fully aware, because imagine if there will be a crying child and I would be very tired and I wouldn't be able to even hold it, and I'll be not feeling good. That means is that I can be here for the child. But what if I'm in a state that the child is crying and I'm fully present of myself? It's crying and I hold space, and I feel that I hold space for it. I'm sharp, I'm alert, I'm fully aware. And this is something that is very important, that if you're going to be very tired and you didn't sleep well, or you've eaten a lot of food and you get sugar spikes or something, in the moment when you would start to want to process it and spend time with the wound, with the tension, what will happen is that you will start to fall asleep, you will start to fall into dullness. So this kind of work takes a lot of energy, but also it's very important to be disciplined outside of this meditation practice, outside of this practice, for us to be able to hold space for ourselves and for the wound. And the third thing is looking for shortcuts and not being patient with that. This is something that happened to me, is that I was trying to start breathing faster to process it, or looking for a way to speed it up. It doesn't work. You need to have compassion for yourself. You need to provide these qualities for yourselves for it to be transformed. So you need to have patience, have compassion, and care for you. And now let me share with you how the process works. So the first thing is that you need to sit with a straight back, or you want to lay down on the bed. It's okay, but when you want to be in a bed, you don't want to be fully tired, because if you're going to be tired, you can start falling asleep. That's something to be aware of, okay? Both things are completely fine. I found out it's not really possible to release it while walking, because you need to have stillness. Also, if the anxiety is present, or if you are excited, if you have a huge release of dopamine from the phone, from the games, again, those things needs to be taken care of, and those needs to be pieced out to harmonized before we can dive deeper into ourselves, because we need to be sharp. And that's something important to be aware of. Also, when you start doing and when you, let's say, start breathing, you want to continually have relaxed breathing through the nose into the belly. Not surface level, always have regular breathing to the belly. And if the attention comes to the mind, to the thoughts, you want to bring it to the present moment and just like be aware of the regular breathing, while from the mind illuminating method, you want to have in a 360 be aware of the surroundings. So like the birds singing, the cars driving, the like people talking, I don't know what is in your surrounding, and you want to constantly be aware of, because that gives you stability when you have peripheral awareness. And now, while you perceive this, let's say you focus on a breath, you want to bring the awareness to the tension. But this is going to be very important. You don't want to focus on it. There is a huge difference between being aware and focusing. Focusing, you're like drilling into it and you're blocking out everything. With being aware means is that I see you, I feel you. You know, how would you like hear like a wonderful song, and you kind of like, you're relaxed, you're like enjoying, you're like vibing with the song, like, damn, that's something, the approach you want to use on this, on the tension, that it's a wonderful song that wants to be listened. It's a painful song, it's a very sad song, but it's important to be listened so we can become more whole, more free, right? So you're gonna sit down, you're gonna start breathing, and you wanna approach it. But what might happen is it can be too tense, it can be very uncomfortable. That means that you are actually processing, and you want to like stay with the pain, how painful it is, and you want to like regular breathe with that. And then what will happen, it will can like ease up, or we can like flare. And you want to be always aware if you are fully sharp and alert, because if it's too much, it's okay, step back, take a walk in the nature, don't do it anymore, don't dive deeper. Only because this is the same thing with the gym. You know, it's like if I come to the gym first time, I don't lift the heaviest weights. I start small. I build the kind of like the regulation, the power, the safety within, so I can handle more. And then you will like process it more, and you will start breathing through it. And it's like, imagine right now, this is the wound, this is your breath, because behind the breath there is an energy. This is something that we feel, it's just like breathing, but in a breath is energy. It's so wonderful. So you can use the breath, and when you're going to continue breathe, you want to provide this care, understanding, the loving presence that, okay, and it's going to soften up. It's going to soften up more, and maybe it's going to be like the painful. You have to re-experience the wound. You have to re-experience the tension, re-experience the pain from the childhood. Even the memories from the past life could get to you, or like from something from childhood. It's like, okay, I let go. It's okay. I get it now. I got it. I'm capable of healing myself. I'm capable of healing within. So I regularly breathe. And then what happens is that it's going to like soften up more and more and more, and then it's not going to be there. And that's it. But comes the next step. Then you need to learn how to guard yourself. This is something that I wasn't ready for, that I was feeling so good that I fell into the past addictions, or like, you know, consumption and everything. And it's disrupting the system. It's not like it's going to create this huge tension. But from my experience is that when you have this state where you're going to feel like very good, then learn how to protect it. I really recommend it, because, you know, it's like in the moment when how the whole process of being one with the God, or like being one with the ocean works, is that first we tame the mind, and then whatever is present, all the wounds, we learn how to transform the wounds in our own bodies with this approach. I call it somatic feel, where we learn how to provide care for it, and then there is a freedom here, and then there is peace. But it's a journey, of course. It took me like multiple years to actually like understand how the whole process works, just like working on it by myself. So again, you want to approach it with care and love, and be always aware if you're in a state that it's okay that it's there. It's like you start to breathe and it starts to like spike. You know, for me, it was like someone would be cutting me like this into heart, and like stabbing me with a knife or with a sword like this. I'm like, it's okay. And stabbing full hour. And I'm like, it's okay. And I felt that something is happening. But this type of work, I was looking everywhere when I started out. I read so many books. I've like watched so many videos, And I always, even like on a therapist, and no one could help me with that. And it felt to me is that even the people didn't know what to do about it. Not only that a lot of people are dissociated from their own bodies, but even those in which I sensed they got it too, they didn't know what to do. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I learned how to do it by myself with this method, and hope it's going to be beneficial. Try it out. Try it out. And what might also happen is that your eyes would like go back. It feels like too much. That's something that would happen to me. Come back to present. Like, whew, okay, let's go again. And see for yourself. If you're gonna have any questions, guys, write me down below in the comments. Also, I'm making my own group for this, for the somatic field, where we're gonna have weekly calls, somatic exercises. I invite you there. So whatever you're going through, okay, if you need like insight and helping each other out, that maybe you know things that I don't, like the others don't, I invite you, because this is like very good thing. So thank you very much and have a great day and goodbye. Oh yeah.